Hi everybody and welcome in. This is Jackie. Today is July the 7th. So this is going to be your romance reading. So I'll pull 3 cards here from the Romance Angels and we'll see what the message is. All right. So the first card here is give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. Then we have you deserve love. You are lovable. And we have religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. Okay, so taking a look here, what I'll do is I will pull some tarot for you, and then I'll go over these cards again with another deck, and that will represent your person. You could know this person, some of you, maybe not, but we'll see how these cards work with your energy and work with their energy, all right? So with give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership. All right, so first card to jump out here is the Four of Wands. And the Four of Wands talks about stability. It talks about foundations for relationships. And then you have the Eight of Wands, and we have Justice. So with give your relationship a chance here, with you, your energy, what I'm feeling is there is a change coming over you. I feel here that you're moving towards more of a balanced energy. It may have been very unbalanced at one point here. The stability structure, I want to say there was kind of some type of fluctuation within that. Through communication with your partner, you guys are going to get a little bit more balance. It may have been that maybe one person was working on the relationship more than the other, or like one person was working like a lot of extra hours and you guys didn't have a lot of time together. So whatever that means for you, I feel here like stability and balance, absolutely coming to a better place here for you at this point, okay? So yeah, your relationship, I feel, is going to get some type of boost of energy. So let's see here. You deserve love. You are lovable. Here we have the Page of Swords. We've got the Two of Wands and the Four of Cups. So with the Page of Swords, this to me talks of like new insight, okay, looking at things a little bit differently. It may have something to do with like the story that you tell yourself. With you deserve love and you are lovable, maybe you've been telling yourself that you don't deserve love for whatever reason, or you can't find love. You may be in a relationship, but it doesn't feel like it's the best that it could be, okay? And it could just be that you're telling yourself some type of story. With the Two of Wands, this to me feels like some type of inspired action. And so kind of going over here with these cards, it's like there's a shift in energies. It's like the two of you are going to communicate a little bit more, and I feel here like you're going to start feeling a little bit better about yourself. With the Four of Cups sitting here with this card, this is feeling like lost or upset in some sense. It's like taking a look at everything you have and thinking, you know, is this really the way that relationship is supposed to be? But as you see in this card, there are 3 cups and they're spilt, and that's what she's looking at. She only sees the negative, but the universe is offering like a new direction, new emotion, and she just doesn't quite see it yet. So I do feel like if you guys have a conversation and reach some type of balance here, that is going to rectify itself, okay? So it very well could be that you need to put more love and respect towards yourself so that you can actually feel what the other person is bringing towards you, okay? You won't be missing that or questioning it. in that sense. So with religious factors, your life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So it doesn't necessarily mean religious factors. It could just be some tradition that you're still holding on to that needs to be put aside, and new traditions need to be brought in, okay? So let's see here. What is this talking about? We've got the King of Wands, the Three of Cups, and the Ace of Pentacles. So to me, this is like a new fire that needs to come into the relationship. There is some type of celebration that's happening here. This very well could be talking about Labor Day coming up. So there may be some special romantic interlude or thing that you want to happen. I want to say it's like planning something exciting, planning something romantic, okay? And I feel like it's going to happen by Labor Day because we do have that celebration card, the Three of Cups, showing here. With the Ace of Pentacles coming up, to me, I see this as, again, like dealing with this tradition card here, this religious factor. I feel like it's you guys are starting into some new phase in your relationship. There is like a sense of a new beginning, a fresh start in some sense. So it very well could be talking about you guys are starting to make your own traditions, all right, and putting like old thoughts behind you. I want to say it's like a generational type of thing, okay? And yeah, you guys are kind of mixing things up here a little bit. It's bringing in a little bit more excitement and more stability within the relationship here, okay? So whatever this religious factors, you know, it is for you, I do feel it's more like old ways of thinking, like old traditions, okay? So let me pull some cards here for your person, and we'll see how these cards affect them. So with give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership. Here we have the Knight of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles, and the Nine of Wands. So there has been some sense of heaviness or burden on the part of on your person here. I do feel that they do want to move to the future with you. You are very special to them. It's just that there's been a lot going on within their headspace or within their world. With that Nine of Wands, to me, that's a card of, you know, you're almost to the end of some cycle. Just push a little bit more and you'll be through that cycle, ready to start something new. So I feel like there's some type of burden or heaviness that they've been dealing with. And that may have been, you know, through work. But in the relationship, it's, you know, kind of trickling in there. So you may be more susceptible to these feelings, okay, than they are. But yeah, they've been going through a lot, and maybe, you know, they haven't been pulling their weight in the relationship. So that's what this conversation is talking about here. You guys need to have a sit-down conversation and understand what each other is really going through and what each other's really thinking. So let's see here. With you deserve love. You are lovable. Let's see what's going on here with your person. And the card jumping out here is the Death card. So some phase is ending, a new one is starting. Here we have the Nine of Cups, and we have the Wheel of Fortune. So to me, this looks really good. Okay, so that transformation card, some phase is ending, so something new can begin. The Nine of Cups, this to me talks about hopes, wishes, and dreams within your relationship. So this person is really starting to think about their relationship and what they can do to make their relationship prosper. Okay, they're starting to see possibly that they weren't, you know, putting in their amount of work that they needed to. So I see it as there's been a shift in their energy. With the Wheel of Fortune here, to me, this is a time of expansion. So they're coming to some realizations. Okay, so they're coming to some realizations. So that looks really good. All right, so with this religious factors, and like I said, I'm not really seeing it as religious factors. I'm seeing it more as some old way of thinking, you know, like something that's passed down through the generations. So not necessarily religion in that sense. So now that's funny because I pulled that deck and they're supposed to be with this deck. So yeah, that message was meant to be there. All right, so with religious factors. All right, so here we have the King of Cups, we've got the Five of Swords, and we've got the Two of Pentacles. So this to me really feels like there needs to be more of an expansion in the way of emotion and love and the way that you show it, or the way that they show it. So like I said, I feel like they're coming to that realization on their own. There may be some type of an apology for the way that they've been acting or behaving in some way. You may have been feeling neglected, and they're starting to see that. Okay, so there may be some type of conversation, an apology towards that. I do feel here with this Two of Pentacles that things are going to balance out. There has been there's something here about a timing. I want to say here that this person comes to this realization really in a timely manner. Okay, just hang in there a little bit longer. I think they're going to come to a lot of realization on their own, but then when this conversation happens, they're going to be like, yeah, like I'm sorry for the way that I've acted. You know, I didn't put in what I could have because I had this other thing that I was dealing with, and I feel that more likely it was work. Okay, a lot of stressful things happening at work, and then like I say, that kind of trickles down into relationship as well. All right, so what I'm going to do here is I'll pull 3 cards here on advice for this reading. And here we have the Five of Pentacles, Magician, and we've got the Five of Swords. So with these cards, what I'm seeing here, like the 2 5s especially, those are cards of challenge. Okay, so like one of you is feeling lost and alone, and the other may be very how can I put that? Be very thoughtless in the way that they're speaking. Okay, they're not realizing what they're saying is hurtful. But in between this is the Magician, and I feel here like the 2 of you are really going to come to a realization. All right, so you've got conversation happening over here, you've got like things being done in a timely manner over here. So I do see it as prosperity happening for this relationship, because you're both going to have this conversation and tell each other, like, you know, how you're feeling. And yeah, and then the other person is really going to like step up to the plate. Like you're going to step up to the plate, and they're going to step up to the plate here as well. But I do feel that this relationship needs a conversation that is going to help you out in the future. There is a lot of love here. Okay, and I don't feel it's going to be very long before you guys have this conversation. That 8 of Wands is really standing out to me. So it could be like 8 days, 8 weeks at the outset. Okay, 8 months would be like way too much. Okay, so yeah, it could be 8 days, 8 weeks, but 8 weeks is going to take us into Labor Day. Okay, and that Labor Day is what I said over here. I feel like there's some type of plans being made, like for a romantic getaway. Okay, so that 8 weeks may take in this whole scenario here for you. Okay, but it does look like by Labor Day there are plans for like a romantic getaway, and things are starting to feel better between you by then for sure. All right, so let's pull one last card here from the relationship deck. And your card says, our source is one of love, not condemnation. Okay? So when you pay attention to the way you feel and deliberately choose more thoughts that feel good while you think them, you will begin to recognize the nature of your broader non-physical desires. The majority of negative emotions that you feel are not because the subject of your thought is wrong, but instead because you are condemning something that your source does not condemn. Your source is one of love, not of condemnation. All right, everybody. So that is your romance reading for today, July the 7th. I hope you guys enjoyed it. So if you haven't yet, please subscribe, like, share the video with your friends. And you guys have a fantastic day, and I'll see you next time.